How's everybody out there in YouTube land today? I hope this finds you well. Our heifer is at the ready. She's all polished up, face pressed up against the glass, and she wants to know what we're going to talk about today on Heifer Haven's Free Advice, and I'm about to tell you. Before I do, one thing we've always got to do, and that's more cowbell. Now that we've got your attention, let's see what our letter has to say today. It says, Dear Heifer Haven, what is the stupidest way you've ever hurt yourself? Oh, I hope you're sitting down for this one. It all started out when I slipped out in the barn and broke my left ankle in 3 places. I ended up in a boot, hobbling around with a cane, trying to get around to get stuff done. I lived out on the farm. And this house I was living in had the outside spigot on the far side of the house from the barn. Why in the heck they thought that was a good idea, I'll never know. But I had critters at the barn that I needed to water. And the hose was hooked up and it was run out past the deck on the house and around to the barn. All I had to do was slip out there and turn that water on and then hobble out to the barn and put the hose in the tank to fill up the stock tank. Well, the problem was that you had to kind of walk down a steep incline to turn on the water there beside the house. And I thought, well, I can do that. And I didn't take my cane like an idiot. And I went out there with my old crippled up foot trying to get down that little steep embankment to get the water turned on. And I made it down. I was in agony when I got to the bottom, and I bent over to turn the water spigot on. And about that time, a Charlie horse developed in the gluteus maximus of my butt. Both sides. And it proceeded to take the cheeks of my rear end and work them all the way up both sides of my spine in my back. And if you've never felt your rear end climbing your back, you don't know what you're missing. And it went straight on up until my rear end ended up on top of my head. And the tears was rolling out of my eyes. And I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to get back up out of that hole to get around to the barn to finish feeding the animals in this shape. If you have never worn an ass hat in your life, you're missing out. I did finally manage to crawl up out of that hole and get around to the barn and get my work done. And it hurt for a week. I mean, a Charlie horse will hurt bad enough. You get one in your calf or your foot or something, and it really, tightens up that muscle. This hurt for a week. It took probably 2 days just to work my butt down off the top of my head. That is probably, if you want to know the stupidest way that I've ever been hurt, that would have to be it. I'd be very interested in the comments to hear what y'all have to say about what's happened to you. Hey, I said it would be free advice. I never said it'd be good.